Now we move on to talk about toward more effective communication. In this part, we turn to some practical issues that will help you become a more effective communicator with your family, friends, and romantic partner. I will focus on conversational skills, self-disclosures, and effective listening. Firstly, we'll have a lot of conversation in our daily life, but it's difficult for us to launch our way into our conversation. In this situation, we will offer a few general principles for practical advice. The first step is to give to others what you would think to receive from them. It means we need to let strangers know that you like them and welcome to communicate with them. The second step is to focus on other person instead of yourself. For example, we ought to communicating on what person is saying. The last step is we use nonverbal cues such as a welcome smile can make a big difference and let the receiver know you respect him or her in initial context. After we can keep our conversational ball rolling, how about in small talk? Have you ever experienced that it is hard to find some topic to talk with some acquaintance? Please raise your hand. To solve this problem, and psychology Brian Crodiches suggests 5 steps for making successful small talk. Firstly, you need to indicate that you are open to conversation by commenting on your surroundings. This is opening night for communicating, such as some people like start a conversation by quoting the reader or using a cue and initials open line, just like "Where are you from?" Secondly, you need to introduce yourself. You can tell some personal information such as your name, age, or what is your major and what you like. Thirdly, you should select a topic others can relate to and keep eyes out of familiarities and difference between you and your conversational partner. That means you can look for things you have in common, such as hobbies, to make the conversation that relate to you. Then you should keep the conversational ball rolling. And the easy way to keep it rolling is that you can elaborate more details about the initial topic. Alternatively, you can start a new one. Lastly, you need to make a smooth exit and polite end of the conversation. For example, you can say like this, well, I've got to be going. I enjoy to talk with you. However, you can't just say goodbye and end up the conversation. It will let your conversational partner feel uncomfortable. After I have talked about the conversational skills, and do you have any question? If not, let us move on to about the relations to a deeper level. The definition of the self-disclosure is the act of sharing information about yourself with other person. In other words, self-disclosure involves open up about yourself to other. Remember, it is discussing self-disclosure. We focus on non-verbal communication, but verbal communication also play an important role to indicate where interactions have positive, neutral, and negative outcomes. Self-disclosure is a critically important to adjustment for several reasons. The point one is sharing problem with others play a key role in mental health. Point two is emotional self-disclosure lead to feeling of closeness. Point three is self-disclosure in romantic relationship be associated with relationship satisfactions. For example, equality is in self-disclosure rather than high self-disclosure will be critical factor that help couples avoid stress. However, in the process of the self-disclosure, you may ask how many topics people would include and how far people goes without private information. To answer this question, Elmer and Taylor describe the process of the self-disclosure as the social penetrations. By this, they mean that self-disclosing and learning about others is the process of penetrating deeper into self and those people and enabling others to penetrating yourself to get a deeper understanding of us. Look at this graph. We use the triple of the onion and each line of the rings. Disclosure being on outer layer and proceeds to the core of the onion. There are two levels of disclosure. The first level is called breadth dimension. This is the skin of the onion and it is the most outer layer. On superficial level, there is a greater deal with information that will likely lead to disclosures. Later in a relationship, communicators generally share deep of information. Again, using the onion method, there is a neat layer and the core of the onion. Information at a deeper level is more significant and more central to who we are. Information from the deeper dimension, which is more positive and significant, will likely be exchanged later in our relationship. Then self-disclosure and relationship develop according to the Amon and Taylor at the beginning of our relationship. Higher level of mutual disclosure prevail. That means relationship grow as a communicator become more willing to self-disclose information. In elaborate a relationship, people are less likely to reciprocate disclosure in the same conversation. For example, what the lover and a good friend reveal private information, you are frequently respond word and sympathy.